Canadian industry sustain 50% tariffs before we start seeing massive layoffs? Like, how fast does the response need to come to bail out the industry or workers?
Yeah, well, I'll let my colleagues speak to industry and workers. I'll just say at a community level, it can't come fast enough. As Candace said, rightfully so, even just the uncertainty is creating disruption. We're seeing projects stall. We're seeing folks lose their jobs. We're seeing real concern at a community level, and mayors are voicing that at every opportunity possible. I'll let maybe Bea jump in on the...
Listen, the reality is we've already seen job losses in the steel and aluminum industry because the uncertainty is just as bad as the reality of it. And we know within the next couple of days and weeks, job losses will start to accumulate. So time is absolutely critically important. We have 23,000 steel jobs in this country that will be impacted within the next couple of days. We have another 9,500 aluminum jobs that are impacted in this country. Integrating all of the spin-off jobs in those communities, that's 160,000 jobs across Canada that are impacted now. And so as employers are working off the orders that they're working on and making decisions, that is going to have dire consequences for those workers. Those workers need to know that they can make their financial commitments. They need to know that government has their back, and they need to know that we have a plan to be able to fight back.
Ashley Burke, CBC News. So if time is critical, what do you want to see the government do right away? And then what is your position on counter-tariffs matching?
So from the Labour perspective, we need to use every tool in our toolbox. So surtaxes has to be one item. Ensuring that no American steel or aluminum is used in Canadian production is another item. No integration of their materials if they are not open to having our materials. Counter-tariffs has to be on the table. We have to be meeting force with force. We cannot back away from this. This is a person who is not rational in terms of thinking about, what the implications are. When we look at the various different sectors that workers work in, all kinds of types of manufacturing, those items go back and forth across the border multiple times. The cost of these items are borne not just by the workers within that industry, but by workers in those communities. And that will start having an impact on American workers as well. And that hopefully will also start putting some political pressure on, the administration to make different choices. So now and strong response is what's needed.
The matching tariffs on aluminum
Yes,
steel,
I do.
Another 25%. So
Absolutely.
Once more, for you, why is that necessary to happen right away?
It's critical because workers are facing job losses now. Workers are wanting to know what our government is prepared to do. We just came through a federal election. We just had parties identifying that they are going to be in workers' corners to make sure that those jobs are going to be continuing to be viable. So now we need to actually see proof in the pudding to actually see that this is happening and that government has a response. We talked about making sure that employment insurance is tightened up so that people can actually qualify. We talked about making sure that there's furlough programs that keep workers connected to their workplaces. All of those things need to be in place ASAP, and we need to hear those decisions being made this week.